everyone, welcome to the Cook Nook. Today we're doing a review on a local restaurant here called Orly's Barbecue. Yeah, so what did you think?
Well, I mean, Orly's Barbecue is a good barbecue place. It's a little bit different than some of the other barbecue places we've gone to. Being a Texas barbecue, when you go to a restaurant that's a Texas barbecue, you assume you would find at least the decorations and the memorabilia inside would be some type of Texas, like that kind of stuff. But Orly's is a bit strange when it comes to the stuff that they have hanging on the walls.
Yeah, they have some decorations from the local teams here. Mm-hmm. They have some vintage memorabilia there, like old Coca-Cola signs.
Yeah, they have a lot of Coca-Cola stuff, which is nice to see because you don't normally see that. And what I like about the place is that apart from having like the picnic tables, which gives it that rustic look, right? The memorabilia around takes you back to kind of like that diner style restaurant. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Where that's the place you would take your family to after Sunday dinners or Sunday, that's where you would go to for lunch.
Yeah.
Saturday evenings you would go lunch.
I love that they have the picnic tables. Mm-hmm. Because they're like all wooden tables. Yeah. And they're huge. Yeah. They're like for literally I think like 8 people or so.
I think they fit more than 8.
Yeah.
I mean, we sit shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, they can probably fit about 30. But yeah, I think the decoration itself is such a unique thing to see in their location because it calls to a time of simplicity, of kind of going back to roots. And talking about that, I mean, Orly started in San Antonio, and then when they moved here to our town, to our city, it was like at the heart or at the beginning of the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
So they were about to open up and then everything was shut down. Mm-hmm. So that's very devastating for especially a new restaurant that's coming to town, to have that happen to them. Mm-hmm. Luckily they were able to survive that and surpass that.
Yeah, I actually was able to talk to the wife of the owner. Mm-hmm. And she told me a little bit about like how they opened, and it was very devastating for them to that everything was shut down, but that they were able to stay open or keep it going by getting phone calls, getting orders through phone, getting text messages and messages I think through Facebook and stuff like that. So
and it's something that they weren't used to.
Yeah,
because usually they had people come to the restaurant. They did have a few phone orders and stuff like that, pickups and stuff like that, but they had to change everything on the way they did business. And them integrating social media to their business helped them a lot. Mm-hmm. And what's cool about it is that now that everything's open, now that they're established, now that they're having, they're busy on a constant basis. But what I liked is that they built a little, kind of like a little stage outside for live music. If you want to have like a birthday party there, they got, the speakers, they have everything you need for you to have a little party. And then plus, being such a small business and starting out small business, they're supporting a lot of the local vendors, local artists, crafters and stuff by hosting their night markets, which is amazing to do too. Having the space of a business to allow vendors to set up and stuff like that, that's also amazing too. So yeah. We've participated in some of their events, and because it's an outdoor event and it's pretty much open, we did get a lot of customers through that, and a lot of people came through. They sat down because they also have an alcohol license. Yeah, so there's that little picnic tables outside too. Yeah, kind of like a little patio where they do their stuff. So. And then they bring a lot of their food out anyways, and they're actually cooking it outside. Kind of like, to me, it doesn't feel like a market. It feels more like a hangout kind of thing.
Picnic.
Yeah, like kind of like how you would normally have it at a birthday party, or just say, hey, come to the backyard and just hang out. Yeah, we're firing up the grill kind of deal. You know what I mean? That's what the vibes that Orly's barbecue gives me, and it's always great. You know, chatting with the owners, chatting with the customers that go there, getting their perspective on on the food itself.
Yeah.
Which I mean, and we can start talking about the food. It's always great. The food there is so good.
Well, today I had the brisket sandwich, which basically just came with a little side of the pickles and pickled onion and stuff like that. But we also had some sides also.
Yeah, we got the coleslaw. We also got their beans, and then we got, I think it was a brisket mac and cheese.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a brisket. Smoked brisket. Yeah. So that one was pretty good. And then I ordered on the side also the half-pound sausage, and then I had the brisket sausage sandwich, which was really good, really delicious.
Their sausage was really good. I think they had the Polish sausage, and it was really, really good. It was very tasteful, really good taste, like flavors in it.
And it was not oily.
No,
believe it or not, it's not.
No,
it wasn't. And like I squeezed a couple pieces. It still had a little bit of juice in it, but they weren't dry. That's the good thing, is that sometimes when they make sausage, other places that we've gone to, they make sausages too dry. Or sometimes they're just too oily. As soon as you bite it, the juices just come out, and it's not a good flavor. But Orly's did a nice job in having the sausage itself have a good flavor, still be juicy. You know what I mean? And the portion itself was, I mean, half a pound is a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then we also had some pinto beans, so it was like a pint, right? It was a pint.
Yeah.
So we had a pint of beans. I did enjoy them. I did like them, and he got mad because I almost finished them. The only thing I think I think it was just missing a little bit of different flavor, like a twist of a flavor. But other than that, I mean, they had plenty of salt. They had, a little bit of bacon.
It's I think one of the issues that we encounter when we go to barbecue places is that we're comparing it to other barbecue places that we've gone to, and even when we make our own Texas style, beans, we make it a certain way. So it's really hard to judge or to give a proper review on the beans when we already have an expectation of what beans should taste like based on your own personal, you know what I mean?
Yeah, our own personal taste.
Yeah. I personally did like them because some of these places that we go to, they over season the beans, or they just do too much to the beans. It's beans. I mean, they're beans by themselves. You know what I mean? They did have some pieces of bacon in it, which was a pretty good addition. I especially like the broth. The broth on the beans was really good. I was mentioning to you about, you can add even some Texas toast with some butter, toasting them up, cutting up into little strips, and then just dipping it in the broth, and the broth alone is really good. So I think the beans, you could add something else to it just to push it over. But overall, I think the beans were pretty tasty. Yeah.
The smoked mac and cheese, the only thing that was missing on it was a little bit of salt, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I think it kind of got a little bit of neutralized with the cheese itself, because I think the cheese they use is not too salty. The pasta was good, and then the meat they added into it was really good. I think that the cheese they used kind of neutralized the saltiness that usually goes on making pasta, and the flavor of the meat itself. I think that's what neutralized the flavor wise.
Towards the end, I just put a little bit of salt in it, kind of mixed it in and everything, and it had an amazing taste. The cheese was awesome.
It was nice and creamy. That's what I like.
Very, very creamy. Yes.
Because sometimes when they make mac and cheese, either they over cheese it, or there's not that enough cheese, that it just looks like a pasta salad more than it does a macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, and then this one, it was like a little bit stuck together. But you could tell that it was cheese. It wasn't like the cheese you get from like H-E-B or like the nearby, grocery stores. It was a little bit more like type of like closer to Velveeta type of cheese. So yeah, it was.
Yeah, they had a really
good.
nice creamy taste to it.
Yeah, so we really enjoyed it.
I mean, the coleslaw, some of the sides, like the coleslaw, is always good. No matter where you go, coleslaw tastes coleslaw. I mean, some people do make it a little bit more shredded. Some people like it a little bit more chunkier. But overall, I think the coleslaw, I mean, it's coleslaw. There really isn't, you really can't really mess up coleslaw. I mean, it's simple ingredients, a couple ingredients together, mix it together, and then you're done. You know what I mean? And there isn't a lot of science behind.
Yeah, it doesn't take much of a brain surgeon.
But the coleslaw itself was very tasty. I mean, compared to if you eat it with the beans, when you put everything together, the coleslaw just adds an extra. I mean, you can't eat Texas barbecue without having at least some corn and coleslaw in there. You know what I mean?
I think that was the only thing that we were missing. Probably
I think we didn't get the corn.
The cornbread.
Yeah.
We've gone to that particular restaurant, but not to eat inside.
Yeah, well, it's always been pick up and
out.
go.
Yeah, like more of a takeout. And so today we wanted to do like more of a overview of more precise and more.
Not only that, we finally had the chance to do it too. We're always so busy with our schedules that when we do reviews, we like to stay there for a little bit, chill, relax, get ourselves acclimated. The good thing is that they had some TVs.
Oh yeah.
And they were playing in a good movie, so we kind of enjoyed, that little time. I know they now that the summer's coming around, a lot more people are gonna want to eat outdoors and stuff like that too. So having that option of eating inside or outside, it's a win-win there.
Yes. I think probably the only thing that might be missing outside is a little fogger.
Like the little mister thing.
Yes. That way everybody keeps cool, but it's still kind of a relaxing, cool time, So, but other than that, I mean, I love the place. The service was amazing. We sat down as we came in. We sat down, everything. And they kind of already know us because we have like a little business across the street from them. They already kind of know us. They know us by name also. And so they're like, oh yes, come in, you're welcome. And always trying to be very accommodating. As soon as we ordered the food, I think it took like 10-20 minutes, I think.
Not even, I think it was like 10 minutes.
Right.
Or less, I think it was less than that. I mean, the good thing is we went to a time where it wasn't super packed. I know like lunch hour is like the busiest time. 4 o'clock is also like the busiest time for them. So the good thing is that we went in a time where it's sort of already when they're about to close, but not really. So we caught them right in that a nice little window. Yeah, that sweet spot. Where they don't have a lot of clientele, but at the same time they're about to close, kind of thing. So. We enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the food. I think every aspect of it was good. I mean, like I said at the beginning, the memorabilia in there brought a lot of memories of me, traveling up north to work and stuff like that. So,
and then on my side of the family, most of my uncles and stuff like that, they like to.
They're avid collectors of antiquities.
Yes, they're very avid collectors of antiquities. So through me growing up, I got to see a lot of the like old little cars and little baby carts and toys and all kinds of stuff that they would find nearby here in Texas, or like going up north, stuff like that. And they like to not just collect them, but also restore them. So that was kind of a throwback for me. So that was awesome.
And then Orly's Barbecue is one of the somewhat of a fan favorite for the community. They do a lot of stuff for the community as well. So it's a good place to visit, even if you're just driving by. I know we have a couple sister cities here, and then another city that you have to take this road here to go to the other cities. So it's a nice little, let me stop by, get something to eat. But we will be doing a little bit more since the summer's coming around. Barbecues are going to start happening. I mean, we live in the border, so barbecues we do year round, because we don't really get that much of a cold weather as other parts of the state.
Yeah, to us is the cold weather is far and in between. It doesn't really get cold here at all. It gets within like maybe the 30s, but
I think this time we did drop a little bit under 30, but that was already like a really late at night. You know,
yeah.
But during the day, I think there was a little bit of a wind that did cause it to get to around like 40 degrees, 50 degrees, but it was bearable. It wasn't like something you were like, oh my God.
Just put a jacket on, you're fine.
I mean, by noon, it was already back up to like 70 degrees, 80 degrees. So
So, but yeah, I think that should do it.
Yeah, we invite you guys, if you're around this area, come and by, stop and visit Orly's Barbecue. They have a good place. They're right off Main Street. So yeah, it's a great place to bring the family, bring the friends. If you ever want to have a party or anything like that, they have some speakers. They got a nice little stage in the back. So yeah, I think that's it for today. I know we're going to be doing more of that barbecue backyard kind of restaurants that we have here in town. So we're going to hit every single one. So make sure you guys follow us. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
Yes. Yeah, so like he said, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.